You can knit with 2 different colours within the same row of knitting. Cast on and knit until you are ready to bring in your second colour. Get your second colour and decide where you want it to be in your knitting. Take the new yarn to the top of the table at the same side of the machine as your current yarn. I'm going to knit the first 2 needles with the original colour. Drop the original colour and bring in the second colour by carrying it under the needles you have already knitted. Then use the second colour to knit the next stitch, laying it over the needle and lifting the back stitch over it and off the needle. When you are ready to knit with your original colour again, drop the second colour, carry the original colour under the needles and use it to knit. Carry on knitting across the row, swapping the colours as you desire. The yarns that we aren't using continue to travel under the needles as we knit. These travelling yarns are called floats. As you are swapping colours under the needles, make sure you don't get the floating yarns twisted together. Continue knitting with your 2 colours according to your design. The back of the knitting with your floats on can often look as good as the front. You can take your knitting off the machine and swap it round so that you can have a mix of floats and pattern on your final piece. One way to do this is to use a hand knitting needle, but you can use any kind of stick like a pen, but you have to be able to fit all of your stitches on it. You will also need a stick that is thick enough to fit the loops on and keep the loops the same size. Starting at the side where the yarn is, one by one put the stitches onto the end of your stick. Try not to twist the stitches as you put them on the stick. Take it nice and slowly and be careful not to drop any stitches. You might want to remove the weights as you do this so they don't pull on the stitches as you move them. Once all the stitches are on the stick, turn the stick around. Then one by one, put the stitches back onto the needles. Again, try not to twist the stitches. Make sure all of the stitches are pushed to the back of the needles and rehang the weights. Carry on knitting your two-colour pattern as desired. Before casting off, knit the last 2 rows in just one colour. This will make casting off easier. Two-colour knitting.